Hello, my name is Namira, and thank you for your time today. I am here to present an HR-led ESG initiative designed to strengthen Eli Lilly's workforce, enhance our impact on global health, and position us as a leader not just in pharmaceutical innovation, but in responsible and sustainable business practices. This initiative focuses on how we can better connect our people, our employees, to our ESG commitment in a way that drives both social impact and business performance. So, to begin with, I want to address why this matters right now. Across the pharmaceutical industry, ESG expectations are rising rapidly. In Canada and globally, regulators, investors, and the public are placing increased pressures on companies to demonstrate responsibility, especially when it comes to drug accessibility, ethical practices, and environment impact. At the same time, the workforce is changing. Employees, particularly the younger talent, are prioritizing purpose driven organizations. They want to work for companies that align with their values and contribute meaningful to society. For Eli Lilly, this creates both a risk and opportunity. If we fail to align our workforce with our ESG strategy, we risk disengagement, higher turnover, and reputational challenges. But if we get this right, we can strengthen our culture, attract top talent, and reinforce trust with the stakeholders. Currently, Eli Lilly has strong ESG commitments, particularly around improving access to medicine and advancing global health. However, these efforts are not fully embedded into the day-to-day employee experience. This is a disconnect between what we aim to achieve at an organizational level and how employees engage with those roles in their with the goals in their roles. As a result, ESG is often seen as a corporate initiative rather than a shared responsibility across the workforce. This limits our ability to fully leverage ESG as a driver of engagement, innovation, and retention, all of which are critical in a highly competitive pharmaceutical industry. The opportunity is to bring ESG to life through our people, which would be our employees. By embedded ESG into HR strategy, we can make part of how our employees think, work, and contribute to the company every day. This creates a stronger connection between individual roles and our broader mission of improving global health. It also strengthens organizational culture, increases employee engagement, and positions Eli Lilly as an employer of choice in a competitive talent market. So, in short, this is about turning ESG from a strategy into a lived experience for our employees. To address this, I am proposing a HR-led ESG workforce activation program built on three key pillars. The first pillar is an employee ESG engagement and training. This involves structured training programs, workshops, and internal campaigns to ensure employees understand how our ESG priorities and how their roles contribute to them. The second pillar is the Equitable Access Ambassador Program. This initiative empowers employees to actively participate in efforts that support access to medicines, whether that's through internal projects, partnerships, or community engagement. The third and final pillar is a sustainable and inclusive workforce and workplace strategy. This includes strengthening diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, as well as promoting environmentally responsible workplace practices. With all three of these pillars together, position HR as the driver of ESG culture, ensuring our people are actively engaged in delivering our mission. This initiative delivers strong and measurable business value. First, retention. In the pharmaceutical industry, talent and highly specialized and expensive to replace, even when a small reduction in turnover can result in a significant cost of savings. Second, engagement. Employees who feel connected to a meaningful purpose are more productive, more innovative, and more committed to organizational success. Third and finally would be reputation. Strengthening our ESG performance enhances trust with investors, regulators, and the public, particularly in the industry where access to medicine is critical in issue. Finally would be alignment. This initiative ensures that our workforce is fully aligned with our mission, which ultimately drives better long-term performance. The estimated investment for this initiative is between $75,000 and $100,000. This includes program design, training development, employment engagement, and initiatives and internal resources required for implementation. While this represents a meaningful investment, the return is equally significant. Reducing turnover alone can offset a large portion of the costs, given the high expense of recruiting and training specialized talent. In addition, increased engagement leads to higher productivity, a higher and stronger ESG reputation, contributes to a long-term brand value, and investor confidence. Overall, this is a strategic investment in both our employees and our future. As any initiative, there are risks to consider. One potential risk is low employee participation. To address this, we will integrate ESG into performance goals, provide incentives, and ensure strong leadership involvement. Another risk is the fact that initiatives could be perceived as symbolic rather than impactful. To mitigate this, we will establish clear metrics, track progress, and ensure accountability and measurable outcomes. There are also the concern of cost. This will be manageable through the phased rollout, allowing us to test, refine, and scale the program effectively. Overall, these risks are manageable and outweighed by the long-term benefits. The implementation will follow a structured three-phase approach. In the first phase, over the next 3 months, we will focus on program design, aligning the initiative with business objectives and ESG priorities. In the second phase, from 3 to 6 months, we will launch a program pilot. Within select teams or regions, this will allow us to gather feedback and refine the approach. In the final phase, from 6 to 12 months, we will scale the program across organizations globally. This phased approach ensures a smooth rollout, minimizes risks, and allows us to build momentum over time. To move forward, I am seeking the board's approval for the 3 key items. First, an approval of $100,000 budget to support the program development and implementation. Second, a formal designation of HR as the lead function responsible for driving this ESG workforce initiative. And third, approval of a 12-month implementation timeline. With your approval, we can begin immediately and take a significant step forward, strengthening our workforce, enhancing our ESG impact, and reinforcing Eli Lilly's leadership in responsible healthcare. Thank you, and I welcome all your questions.